3 years ago, I put out a review of the original 2020 Secretlab Titan, and I could not stand it. After all the hype and good reviews, it felt like sitting on a pile of rocks or wood, wrapped with cardboard and then a layer of fabric over that. About a year later, I reviewed the revamped Titan Evo 2022 model, and much to my surprise, even going in with lowered expectations, it's one of the best chairs I've ever sat in. That video led to tons of other gaming chair companies sending me their chair to review, and to this day, the Titan Evo is still my #1 pick. Here we are, it's 2024, and what do you know, Secretlab has dropped another gaming chair. This time going for a more affordable option, the Secretlab Titan Evo Lite. Let's look it over from top to bottom, see what's new, what corners have been cut to make it more affordable, and find out if it's the right gaming chair for you. Let's roll that unboxing. Quick disclaimer, this video is not sponsored by Secretlab. I'm not getting paid. I didn't get a free chair. I 100% paid for this out of my own pocket so I could bring you this unbiased and honest review. That said, if you find this video helpful, consider not only hitting that subscribe button and notification bell, but using my link in the description, which helps me earn a small commission so I can afford to bring you more content like this. Let's not waste any more time and get into today's video. The Secretlab Titan Evo Lite comes in two materials, the original softweave fabric and Prime 2.0 leatherette. Comes in two sizes, either regular or large, and at the time of this video retails between $449 and $519. In case you didn't catch it, there are two important differences I just mentioned. The first is the material the Evo Lite is made from, and if you've owned or paid attention to the build of the Titan Evo, you'll know they came built with upgraded Softweave Plus fabric and Neo Hybrid leatherette, two newer materials that were made to be more resilient and last longer than the original. Now, I didn't keep the 2020 Titan long enough to find out how well the original Softweave held up, so be sure to stay tuned as I'll update with a 1-year review to see how the Evo Lite is doing. The other notable difference is the absence of a small size, made for heights 5'6" and under 200 pounds. If you're a shorty and a slim jim, unfortunately, there will be no smaller chair to accommodate your size. With the regular and XL being the most popular sellers, I guess Secretlab only wanted to focus on those areas, and who knows, maybe they have warehouses full of small chairs no one is buying. I'm 5'6", and while I went with a small before, had to get a regular this time around, and while yes, I'm right in the middle of the two sizes, I can report that so far the chair has been comfortable to sit in, it hugs my body nicely and doesn't feel too wide, and my feet reach the ground with no issue on the lowest setting. I did have my wife, who's 5'1", try it out, and while her toes touched the ground, her heels could not, so I'm thinking maybe heights of 5'4" and up should work. Let's start at the top of the chair and work our way down talking about the build. If you didn't read the details when you purchased and opened the box up when delivered, one of the first things you might notice is the absence of a memory foam head pillow. No, they didn't forget, the Evo Lite does not come with a head and neck pillow. Now, that's not a bad thing as far as I'm concerned, because honestly, I don't even use mine. I pretty much always remove the headrest with any chair, as I don't like to feel like my head is being pushed forward, and use the one I got with my Titan Evo as a decorative display in the corner of my room. If you plan on adding one later, just know the chair is built to work with the magnetic capabilities of the memory foam head pillow. As we move down to the backrest, you might notice we're missing the two rotating knobs on the sides of the chair, and that's because there is no 4-way lumbar support system in the Evo Lite. This is probably the biggest change from the Evo and has to be a main driver in keeping the price down, as instead of having the ability to increase or decrease the lumbar resistance as well as move it up or down, you now have a single fixed lumbar support, kind of a one-size-fits-all solution. Personally, I never used the 4-way lumbar support that much, maybe in the beginning, but eventually found myself turning the knobs to its minimal setting and at times not even using it at all and keeping the backrest flat. Oh, I can feel the fixed lumbar support here, and if I had to guess, I'd say it starts right about the L5 in the lower lumbar and can feel it applying gentle pressure up to about the T7 or T8 in the thoracic area. Oh, it's like a mild to medium pressure, it doesn't feel uncomfortable at all, and really doesn't make me feel like I'm missing anything. One other thing I'll mention here is that this chair just might be the softest Secretlab chair to date. It's been some time since I had a Titan Evo Softweave in my possession, but I opted for a leatherette instead because it felt softer and more comfortable to me. But when I compare what I consider to be the softer of the Evo line to the Evo Lite is almost twice as squeezable, and now I understand how that snuggle fabric softener bear felt when he snuggled with warm lingerie. As we move down to the armrest, you will still get the full 4D capability and can move them up and down, slide in and out, slide forward and back, and tilt inward and outward. And while that's usually enough for most gaming chairs, you're now without the ability to swap out for a different magnetic set. No Technogel, no plush cell, just the stock armrest. And while I've been using a set of plush cell armrests for some time now on my Titan Evo, after only a few days, these feel totally normal and I don't feel like I'm missing out. Swappable armrests are a nice idea, but if I had to compare, I think the 4-way lumbar support would be the deal breaker for most people. As we move to the seat, which is still made of the same high-density cold cure foam Secretlab has been using, I can't help but feel like I have some sort of recency bias going on here, because once again, I just feel like it's softer than my old Titan Evo Softweave was, which I got rid of after some time because it was starting to feel too firm. But I have to stick my ground and continue to say that this new entry has to be Secretlab's softest lineup yet. If you have this chair by the time you watch this video, let me know if you share the same opinion as well. You still have the same functionality as the chair is height adjustable, can be locked and unlocked to tilt with a knob on the underside to adjust tension, and still has a lever on the side which can be pulled so you can recline all the way back and take a nap. Now, one thing I noticed here that has not happened on any previous Secretlab chair I've owned is when I recline the seat to its furthest position, some of the softweave fabric loosens up on the seat. I don't know if this is a red flag and a bad sign of what may eventually come, but once again, I'm going to follow up with a 1-year review so we can see how this chair and the fabric has held up. As we move to the bottom of the chair, the only notable difference left is that the wheelbase, which was once made of a hard, heavy-duty aluminum, is now what feels like a hard plastic and made of nylon. Now, I was worried that without the weight of the aluminum wheelbase, the chair wouldn't be able to support my weight when I recline, but as we saw earlier, it does just fine. The chair comes with a 49-day refund return policy if you're not satisfied, but keep in mind you will have to pay for return shipping, so if you're not happy, you might be better off reselling locally. You also get Secretlab's 3-year warranty, which can be extended up to 5 years, and in those rare times when I had a problem, Secretlab always took care of me in a timely manner, so if we're going by my experience, support will take care of you. That's the rundown on the Secretlab Titan Evo Lite. At the end of the day, I really do think it's a solid chair. I'm enjoying mine, but can it replace my Titan Evo? Will it be enough to convince you to spend your hard-earned money in a head-to-head battle between the two Evo models? We're about to find out. Let's jump into the gaming chair battle of the year. Yes, it's only February, but still, the Titan Evo versus the Titan Evo Lite starts now. As soon as you click on the end screen.